Some stories are not meant to be told, because once you hear them, you may never feel alone again. This is not just a story. This is my story with the elevator. Let me introduce myself. My name is Saeed. My father is a Middle Eastern Muslim, and my mother is British, from London, and a Christian. I grew up in a house where each of them wanted me to follow their faith. My mother took me to church, and my father took me to the mosque. I believed in the Creator. I truly did, but I never leaned completely toward any religion. When I was a child, many strange things happened to me. After that, I started to hate watching horror movies or anything related to fear. One day, while I was playing on the swing in our backyard, I saw something. A shadow was sitting on the swing frame while I was playing. A strange black figure, with long legs touching grass. It was staring at me, with red eyes. I ran to my mother, shaking. My father went outside to check, but he saw nothing. I was trembling in my mother's arms. My mother recited verses from the Bible. My father recited verses from the Quran. He always recited Ayat al-Kursi and told me, if you recite it with faith, nothing will ever come near you. I memorized it by heart. After that cursed day, I never saw anything again. After graduating from university, I was neither fully Muslim nor Christian. Sometimes I prayed in the mosque, sometimes in church, and many times I stayed away from everything. All I wanted was to succeed, leave home, and live my life freely. I always felt the greatness of the Creator, but I ignored it. After I became independent, with my job and my cursed apartment, I started feeling like something was watching me. I didn't care much. I saw quick shadows passing by, but I blamed my tired eyes. But the truth was, I was being watched. Back to that night, after the black cat left me at the door, threatening that it was not done with me yet. I had reached the peak of fear. I started hearing whispers, seeing shadows running around me, and hearing laughter. My blood froze in my veins. I couldn't move. My strength completely left me. Then, I heard the sound I had been desperately waiting for. The sound of a key turning in the door. It was the elderly man, Uncle Iqbal. He helped me stand up. I couldn't speak. I only looked at him and smiled. How comforting his face was. When we reached the ground floor, he called the elevator, but I couldn't step inside again. I had had enough fear. He simply said, "Thank God you're safe. You're lucky." He didn't ask how I got down there. He didn't ask what happened. That left me confused. There was a secret behind Uncle Iqbal in that basement. He took me to my apartment, sat me on my bed, turned on the TV, and set it to the live broadcast from the Grand Mosque in Mecca. The Quran filled my apartment. I felt peace. I fell into a deep sleep. I woke up after an entire day, and I went to Uncle Iqbal to uncover the secret behind this building. That day, I searched everywhere, but I couldn't find Uncle Iqbal. The black cat was gone as well. I felt there was a deep connection between what had happened to me, the cat, and Uncle Iqbal. He knew I would search for him to ask about the dark secret hidden within this building. But I couldn't find him. I returned to my apartment and turned off the television because the sound was too loud. I took a shower, and that day fear had completely taken hold of me from within. My body felt everything around me. All my senses were wide open. I sensed movements, yet I saw no one. While I was in the shower, I felt something touch my back. What was happening to me? Had my body become vulnerable to this entity, or what? For the first time in a long while, I felt the need to recite the supplications and prayers I had learned. But I had forgotten most of them. Except for Ayat al-Kursi, I still knew it by heart. I remember my father's advice. If I recited it with true faith, it would protect me. Indeed, I stepped out of the shower and fortified myself by reciting it. Suddenly, An overwhelming drowsiness overcame me, and I couldn't resist it. Did my body still need sleep after having slept an entire day? I fell into a very deep sleep, but it was the worst sleep of my life. I felt as if an entity was possessing me. I couldn't move or scream. I wanted to wake up, but I couldn't. I felt trapped between sleep and wakefulness. In that state, I saw the same black shadow from the day of the swing, laughing, then raging. It said to me, "I have owned your body for years. Do you think you can expel me? You never will. I will take your soul before you finish your life. I will possess your mind, your body, your very being. I will be your master, Saeed." Suddenly I woke up, but it felt as though someone had beaten and exhausted me. My strength was gone. I couldn't move, and sweat was pouring from my body. My Lord, what happened to me? Why all of this?